I'm James Bridges with Survival Edge Lights. The particular model that you're looking at here is the Tiny Monster TM15 by Nitecore. Now, one of the questions that we've commonly asked, and you'll see it in some of the forums as well, is how hot does this particular light get? Now, in consideration of that, you'll see here it says caution hot service. I don't have the light on currently, but what I did want to do is take a baseline of temperatures so you can see over time how the temperature of the particular light changes. So in this case, I'm going to shine my temperature gauge here just out into the general area. You'll see 79.5 degrees. So I kind of use as my baseline for general air temperature. Now I'm going to take a reading of what the light reads itself. In this case, we see 83.6. Now what I'm going to do, so you can see, I'm going to start this timer as soon as I turn it on maximum output there. Hope it's not too bright. There we go. What I'm going to do, so we can start to see what the actual temperature of the light gets to. Because again, I don't think you want to watch a video or the entire amount of time. I'm going to allow it to heat up. So in this case, I'm going to take just another initial reading as the light just turned on. Let's see if you can see that. 83.8. And what we're going to do is we're going to let the light shine. Now, for some of the Nitecore models, you'll find that it does have protection circuits designed to prevent it from damaging the circuitry from overheating. The TM15 does implement that technology. In the documentation it says, hey, it is going to bring it down when it's at turbo mode or at its maximum level of output, which I have it on here. Again, being powered by four 18650 lithium-ion batteries, which is what I have in here currently, that is going to generate quite good amount of power. And with that power, especially with the TM15 having 3 LEDs, it is going to generate some heat. It's in a compact space. In this case, it's using 3 of the XM-L LEDs by Cree. So quality LEDs, they are going to generate some heat, especially when we are exerting them under its maximum level of output. Now, because it is recommended not to operate it over a set period of time, I am going to, again, I'm going to let the watch run for a period of 3 minutes here, so that we can cut this video up a little bit later, and you can just come back and check how it is. So stay tuned. I'm going to keep it running, and we're going to let it go for at least 3 minutes and take another temperature reading at that time. As you can see here, we're coming up just on the 3-minute mark. As you can see there, 3:03. So what I'm going to do now is share another temperature reading of the light. And you can see here now we're at 85.2. So gained a little bit of increase in temperature. If I hold my hand here, I can feel a little bit of heat as well. It's still not incredibly warm to the touch. Again, it does say, hey, caution on service, but in this case, I can feel it's not incredibly warm to the touch. I'm going to let it run up to the 5-minute mark, so you can see, hey, if I was, like going for a walk, having a little night excursion, I can share with you how hot the light will get. As you can see, we're coming up here just on the 5-minute mark, in this case, just at 5:03. So what I'm going to do now is take an additional temperature reading of the light so I can share that with you. Hold there. As you can see now we're getting somewhere. Now we're at 90 degrees on the temperature of the surface of the light. So again, I can still feel a little bit of heat. I can feel a little bit of warmth. Again, it's registering at 90 degrees. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let it run just another 2 minutes. I'm going to check at the 7-minute mark so you can see how the light increases in temperature. As you can see here, we're just passing the 7-minute mark. Again, 7:03, you can see there. So I'm going to take an additional temperature reading here. Now you can see it's at 92.1 degrees. So we certainly increased in warmth a bit over time. Again, the TM15 holding strong. The thermal protection circuit does prevent it from overheating. It is something to pay attention to, though. Again, it's powered by, depending on the battery choice you're using, in this case, For this particular video, I am using the 18650, 4 of them, lithium-ion batteries. But you're talking it has 3 XM-L LEDs by Cree in there. So they are going to generate some power, even with some power and heat. So again, with the heating vents there, it does its best, but you are going to see an increase in temperature. As you can see here, we're just barely under 9 minutes. We're at just 8 minutes and 48 seconds there ticking by. So I'm going to share with you an additional reading. You can see there it's 96.9 degrees. So it's certainly gotten warmer over time. I can feel about the same warmth on the output here, but to the touch it is considerably warmer. Something we would expect. For this particular video demonstration, I am using 4 of the 18650 size lithium-ion batteries. Obviously, there's quite a bit of power from those. Putting into 3 Cree XML LEDs, we are going to expect some heat to generate. It does a great job with the heating vents here, but even the best of ventilation, we are going to experience an increase in heating temperature for the flashlight. So keep that in mind. Thought I would share a few of those heating temperature evaluations over time, so you can see, hey, over a period of time, how hot would this light get from a starting baseline temperature in the 80s all the way up to well over 90 degrees. Have fun, and as you look to evaluate the Tiny Monster TM15 to see if it's the right light for your next adventure.